Out Zombie Mythologies and Enslavement, a presentation by Lucas Greb, Michael Ibrahim, and Christy Yu. Zombie Mythologies. Zombie started in the folk mythology of Haiti. Zombie comes from the Congo word for soul, Mzambi. Zombie grew under the voodoo religion of Haiti, and voodoo is a mixture of African religions with Christianity that developed in Haiti. Those who die unnaturally linger at their grave, unable to rejoin their ancestors until the gods approve. Souls are vulnerable at this time. Their will may be snatched by a powerful sorcerer, Boko, and locked in a bottle which the Boko uses to control their undead but unliving body. Other times he lets their body rest, but uses just the soul. So this is basically the religious belief, the voodoo of zombies. This is how they believe a zombie comes to be through their religion. And then this is the actual zombification process. To create actual zombies, there's a bit more work and a lot less religion. So they use a tetrodotoxin to simulate death, which basically slows your heart rate and makes you appear dead. So then this person is then buried, but they're still alive but unable to move. So the trauma from this, from being buried alive, often leads to some serious mental scarring, which with the use of psychoactive drugs makes them more susceptible to changing who they are and who they think they are. And then all of this requires a prior belief in zombies and zombification, because without that you can't reconstruct your identity as a zombie. You won't think that you're a zombie. You'll just think that you're being drugged and all these other things.
Enslavement. Historical slavery. Slaves were brought to the Americas by the Dutch, French, and Spanish in the early 1600s. They were considered to be property by their masters and treated as such, with extreme cruelty and oppression. Slaves were typically of African descent and forced to harvest crops such as tobacco, indigo, rice, and cotton by hand. African American slaves were often sold in public markets and were bid for by aspiring owners. Modern slavery consists of human trafficking and sex trafficking. The masters exploit insulate capabilities and sustain shape capabilities. The slaves are taken advantage of.
Connections to the movie Get Out. In the movie Get Out, we see elements of both zombie mythologies and enslavement, and the movie helps us to see how zombies are actually not very different from slaves. First of all, we need to define a zombie as a will-lacking and speechless human that has been revived from death. And if we define a zombie like that, we can see very clear connections between zombies and some of the black characters in the movie, such as Georgina and Walter. This is because Georgina and Walter act and speak in a very robotic and a very unnatural way that disturbs both Chris and the audience. And it leaves us thinking that maybe Rose's mother hypnotized them to have them behave this way. However, later on in the movie, it is revealed to us that what happened to them is much worse than that. This is because we find out that through the Coagula procedure, the white characters literally take the bodies of the black characters to themselves, depriving them of their will and their ability to speak. Instead, they take full control of their body and their speech and leave them in a sunken place that allows them to view their experiences only through a little window. This turns the black characters into zombie-like entities that have no control over their bodies. If we look deep into the Coagula procedure, we can also see that it's a form of enslavement. This is because we can see that the white characters are using the black characters to achieve their own goals that they couldn't achieve in their own bodies. And if you look at it, we can see that it's a form of exploitation and abuse that is similar to slavery that took place in the past.